On today's show, find out what 911 have been getting up to backstage during rehearsals on their way to Wembley.
And fantastic new pop star Raissa will be telling us how she went from busking with her oboe in Covent Garden to supporting Suede on tour.
Our hot games expert, Harriet Messenger, will be telling us what we should be loading on today's games desk.
Plus, I'll be finding out why beautiful Price is Right hostess Kimberly Cowell has a passion for puzzles.
Yep, it's the new season, it's priceless, it's ITV2, and this is Bedrock.
I get it from the way you look, I get it from the way you shook me, get it every time you look around. I don't know how you get your kicks, all I know is you got me licked. I know why the other guys, they still hang around. And funny you're always there, breaking our backs just to try to be friends, and you seem happier than
Welcome back to Bedrock. You've got the pleasure of our company for a whole hour, and I know you're not going to want to miss a second, because coming up we've got lovely pop lady Raisa and Price is Right babe Kimberly Cowell.
Oh, yeah.
But before all that, I was a very, very lucky girl yesterday because I was invited to have an exclusive chat with my favourite pint-sized pop stars, 911, whose UK tour kicks off on Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I went to meet them rehearsing in a warehouse for their new tour. It was set way back in the beyond, somewhere in a secret location in London. And there was only 20 people in the audience, and they ran through the whole gig with all the costume changes, all the songs, and all the all the dancing. So it was fantastic. But on top of that, I also got to have a proper chat with them. First of all, I asked lovely little Wheelie what he likes best about touring.
Isn't that a BMX stunt?
Might be. But anyway, here's what he had to say.
Actually, do you know what? The last week, I've been enjoying all the catering food. That's probably the best thing about touring. Not taking anything away from the gigs and the fans and that. That's great, but it's the first week in my life, in the year, that I get fed properly.
What's your favourite meal then?
Well, today I had shepherd's pie, carrots, and mashed potato with gravy.
I'm a big fan of shepherd's pie.
Really?
Well, it's named after your family.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Now, as always, like a typical boy band member, he's always thinking of his tummy.
Yes.
I thought it was quite funny the way he said shepherd's pie. I was expecting him to say something a bit more exotic.
Beluga caviar. Or
Yeah,
something
Well, you must
exactly.
get fed up with exotic food.
Oh,
Fed up.
yeah. Very good, very good. Okay. Well, if you're going to the Wembley gig on Thursday, this is how you might want to get Lee's attention.
At Wembley?
Yeah.
Quickest way to get my attention? Probably obvious, really, isn't it?
What's that?
No, a big banner. Big banner with a heart saying, Lee. I'd see that.
Oh, there you go, there you go. But so I need to ask you, though, what would you do to get Lee's attention?
Dress up as a carrot or something? You say like carrots and gravy.
What, you mean put loads more fake tan on? I have to say, though, the girls with the biggest banners always gets my attention.
Yeah.
Oh, and in actual fact, why not lob a shepherd's pie at him?
Yeah.
Frozen, still in tin. No, don't do that.
No. But anyway, finally, I had a chat with Jimmy, who said in the press recently that we're going to be hearing surprises about the band this year. And here's what he let slip.
I'm hopefully doing some presenting and a bit of acting as well and stuff like that. And it's just stuff that maybe you probably wanted to do as a kid, you know, as a goal, that you've always wanted to do something. So we actually get a chance to do it now. We're not sort of straying away from the music or straying away from 911. We're just going to try different things as well. Something we enjoy doing, really.
Tea cozy on.
No,
Yeah,
it's more like one of those things that you count papers with. You go, actual size.
Well, it looks like we can expect some exciting new things from
Well, there you go.
911.
I think
Yeah,
they're doing a bit of a Spice Girls and going off and doing their own things, but he must have been doing a bit of hairdressing modelling, because I have to say, his hair was looking rather dodgy when I
Hence
saw
the
it.
hat.
Hence
Yeah,
the hat,
of
yes,
course.
yes, indeed. But anyway, as well as being hugely famous pop stars, the boys are massive footy fans, and I managed to nab their football and get them to sign it so that one of you can have it. And I'll be telling you how to win it later on in the show.
Excellent.
Very good. Now, also, if you want to see 911 doing what they do best, you can catch them at Wembley Arena when the tour kicks off on Thursday and across the country until the end of November.
Ooh, actually, can't wait for that. Okay, well, Demi might not love him anymore, but there's no one on the planet who can wear a vest quite the way he does. He is, of course, my action movie hero, Bruce Willis. No, not even you, Neil. Okay, he's a new movie out in the States that's kicking serious butt at the box office. The movie is called The Sixth Sense.
I knew you were going to say
And it has...
He's on form today, isn't it? He's on fire.
You're on a roll here, definitely. It had the biggest opening weekend of any movie since The Phantom Menace and Titanic, taking in almost $26 million in 2 days.
How much?
$26 million. And it is, of course, the biggest August opening of a movie ever.
Wow.
It's not out here until November, though, unfortunately, but we do have an exclusive look at the trailer, and it's brilliant. However, if you don't like scary movies, now's the time to hide behind the sofa.
Cool.
That was
Heather, off you
ready.
go.
Heather, let's go behind.
Tell her things.
Why not?
Because she doesn't look at me like I'm...
I'd be scared if I had Ally McBeal under my bed.
Oh dear, look, nice.
Yeah, you can come out now.
Okay, cool.
God, Heather, I tell you what.
I can't do scary
I wasn't
movies.
scared before until I got behind there.
You were just comforting her. You weren't
That's
really scared.
exactly what
In
I
fact,
did.
your hair is standing on end in fear at the moment. Okay, well, new boy Ben, are you a fan of Bruce?
I am a massive fan of Bruce. I think he's the geezer when it comes to action movies. Definitely, no question.
Excellent. And Heather, I know you don't particularly like spooky movies, but
I don't.
do you reckon you're going to see this one?
No, not kidding. Watch the trailer. I was behind the sofa the whole time.
That's your excuse for going behind the
Okay, and what is everyone's favourite Bruce Willis movie?
Well, you see, I like him in lots of movies, but I love him the best in Moonlighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Way back
there,
when he was in
really
Moonlighting.
cute.
He
Some
was very
Shepherd,
good.
yeah.
It's a great show for him.
What about you?
The Last Boy Scout.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's the governor
That is
of
actually
his
probably
movies
one of his best films.
when he charges down the fit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Or The Fifth Element.
Yes.
Terry Gilliam. That's
course,
an
Hudson
incredible
Hawk.
one as
It's
well.
quite good in 12 months.
His finest hour. His finest hour.
Okay, well, The Sixth Sense, it looks like it's going to be brilliant, but we're going to have to wait until November the 12th to see the big bad Bruce in action.
I won't be. Okay, well, if you want to tell us how much you love Bruce Willis or 911, you can give us a bell on 0870 600 6606, or you can fax us on 0870 600 7707, or send an email to bedrock@itv2.co.uk.
Well, coming up after the break, I'll be getting to know the woman of my dreams across a crowded games desk.
And I'll be chatting to the lovely Raisa and finding out why she cried when she shot the video for her new single.
And in part 3, we'll be taking Price's Right hostess Kimberly Cowell for a virtual tour on the net.
Excellent. You're watching ITV2, you're watching television, and this is, of course, Bedrock.
Oh,
do you want to go back
lovely.
home?
Yeah,
No, you can't.
No, I thought it was just because you were scared.
This is so good. It's like keep me up.
Yeah, our version of Keepy Uppy, lovely. Well, we're glad you're back with us, because in a moment, Neil will be playing with his new best friend, journalist Harriet Messenger, in today's Games Desk.
Okay, but before all that, get very excited, because you could soon be the very proud owner of this football, signed by Spike, Lee and Jimmy from 911. To win, just give us a call, email or fax us with the answer to this question. How tall is the tallest member of 911? And whoever gets the closest answer before the end of the show wins the football. Just call us on 0870 600 6606, fax us on 0870 600 7707, or send an email to bedrock@itv2.co.uk.
And I might give it to you.
Okay.
Now that Neil has found a game young lady to play his games with.
Well, yes, now it's time to get powered up on the all-new Games Desk, or as I like to call it, Desk of Games! From what's pumping on your PC to what's cruising across the consoles, the next few minutes are a lifeline for anyone who spends all their time sitting in a small dark room playing games for hours on end. Now, to help deliver the goods, I'm joined by our new resident games babe, journalist and reviewer for the Evening Standard. It's Harriet Messenger. There we are. Thank you very much for coming to Bedrock.
My
It's a
pleasure.
pleasure to meet you. Have you got some kind of PlayStation handshake we have to do?
Oh, no,
Or
no,
Nintendo?
no, no,
Okay,
I haven't got
fine.
any of that.
All right, what I need to ask you first up is, what are the big stories that are sending gamers into overdrive this week?
Right, well, we've got the long-awaited Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
which is going to be the next film coming out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of discussion on who's going to be the lead role.
Yeah.
There's certain women that carry the attributes that Lara Croft
Yeah,
did.
of course.
We've got Liz Hurley, Catherine
Yeah.
Zeta-Jones, Demi Moore, but who will do it?
All
Who
of whom
knows?
could do it, sort of, but could they do it justice actually physically?
Well, I don't know.
But with the
I don't
technology,
know.
with like industrial light magic, you think they could actually use a real sort of virtual
Absolutely.
Lara Croft
a
in
real
film?
Lara, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, next up, what's the next big story?
Dreamcast.
Yes.
Been put
It's supposed to
back.
be out now, isn't it?
It's very sad. There's a lot of disappointed games out there.
Yeah.
Very sad indeed, but it's been put back to the 14th of October.
Okay.
Also, the magazine. So, still a bit of time to wait.
But we have
There
actually
go.
got
and a
an
fantastic
exclusive
magazine
preview
it
copy
is.
of
Brilliant.
of the new official Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but that's, how much is it going to be when it comes out? So it's still
$4.99.
like
So it's
six-
quite expensive.
That's the
$4.99.
magazine.
But I will say it's worth it. It's also got a bit of fashion for the ladies.
Okay.
So
Dreamcast fashion.
Yeah, Dreamcast fashion,
Lovely.
and it looks good. Very good
What's
indeed.
Dreamcast fashion? I have to ask.
Quite sexy,
Right.
high-heeled boots for the women.
And instantly online as soon as
Absolutely,
I put it on.
absolutely, of course.
Now, okay, that's the news. Thanks for that.
That's my
I feel,
pleasure.
I feel abreast of the situation. Now, let's find out what's making game players all hot and sweaty as we power up with this week's big game. Now, the game we're playing this week is Speed Freaks. And to show you just how good it is, Ben is having a race next door with game show hostess Kimberly Cowell. Here we are. Now, that's Speed Freaks. Can you tell us a bit about that, please, Harriet?
Right, yeah. Speed Freaks is a kind of fun racer. It is a Nintendo 64 had Mario Kart,
Yeah.
and this is PlayStation's version.
Right.
Now, a lot of people will say that it's exactly the same, but us on PlayStation waited a long time
Yeah.
for this. It's fantastic. It's a
It is
brilliant
good,
game.
isn't it? It's great fun.
Fun-looking, cartoony people, big hands, big feet,
Yeah.
limbs that they're no limbs whatsoever.
Yeah.
But lots of tracks. I think it's featuring 12 tracks in all.
Right.
And you've got exciting characters. Very good game indeed.
Okay, yeah, I love it. And like the wheels kind of sprout out as limbs
Yeah,
when you crash. Okay.
absolutely.
Well, would you like to give this a Bedrock approved sticker?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. That's the first of the new season. Superb. That Speed Freaks gets Bedrock approved sticker. Thanks, Harriet. Okay, now, that's what's been doing business on the consoles. Now let's look at what's packing a punch on the computer in Easy PC. Now, the massive game on the PC this week is Command and Conquer, Tiberian Sun. Tell us about this one. I've got it on the screen now. It looks a bit scary.
Right, this is a kind of strategy game. It is, for me, PCs, I haven't really played a lot of PC games, but it's quite interesting. You are basically got an army and you've got to tell them what to do, where to go, and how to basically conquer.
I mean, the graphics are really good. And you
They
can
are,
roam.
they're very sharp indeed.
There's a robot over there, and I'm going to move the robot to there, just because I have the power. I can make this guy shoot, I think.
Yeah.
If I, there we go. I can make him run and shoot at the same time. Oh, if only I could have those skills. So that's Tiberian Sun, Command and Conquer.
That's right.
Do you think it's good? Does it get your
I
mouse
do.
moving?
I think it's a very good game. I'm not someone who wants to sit at a desk and play.
Because that's the thing.
or-
These games, you
no.
just have to dedicate.
I
the most-
mean, to play computer games, you need a sofa
yeah.
and you need to relax.
Yeah.
Sitting at a desk.
Hunched over.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is a very good game.
What do you think the best thing about it is?
I think the graphics. And it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
Enormous gameplay.
Yeah.
What do you think the worst thing is?
It takes a very long
Yeah.
time to play. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I think you've got to be a real whiz
Absolutely.
to really enjoy the benefits.
So you think it's a game for boys, really, rather than...
Yeah, yeah.
Not-
no,
you know,
no,
not to
no,
be-
that's fine. I'll give it to boys. Nerdy
Cool.
boys.
All
Girls
right,
don't do
nerdy
nerds,
boys.
yeah.
So nerdy boys, that's
No,
fine.
nerdy
We're allowed
boys.
nerdy boys. So the judgment, please. Does it get a Bedrock approved sticker?
No,
No.
I don't think so. I'm
Okay, well, there you
sorry.
go. No, it misses, I'm afraid. Doesn't get the sticker. You can have your Bedrock approved, actually.
Oh,
you can
thank
come
you.
back for the
Oh,
next
thanks.
13 weeks.
Pop that
Okay. No, because it's ironic, really, because you can spend loads of time building a pretend future when you could be building your own future,
Absolutely.
I think. Okay, next up, so that was the new releases. Next up, there are still some classic games out there that must be conquered and finished, and it is our mission in life to help you do it. Harriet, it's time to beat the boss. The section of the games desk where you, very helpfully, dish out this week's cheat code. What is it this week?
Right, this is for Colin McRae Rally.
Oh, yeah, cool game.
At the beginning of the game, in the rally, you need to go to time trial mode.
Right.
Choose expert, then type in open roads.
Right, so it's time trial, expert, and type in open roads. Any
Open
slashes,
roads.
break
No,
spaces?
no,
Just
altogether
open roads.
open roads.
And that does what? Brings up all the courses.
That's right, yeah,
Excellent.
you get all the tracks.
Fantastic. That's really cool.
Yeah,
So everyone out there, do that. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much, Harriet, for meandering through the world of games
My
with me
pleasure.
this week.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for being on my first ever games desk. Come back next week.
I certainly will. I'd
You've
love
known
to.
me for about 5 minutes. Do you like me?
I do think you're
Good.
gorgeous.
Excellent. Thanks. In a moment, Heather and Ben will be chatting to pop star Raisa, but we'll leave you now with one of our all-time favourite games, animated sequences. Here's Tekken 3.
Yeah, the great thing about those things, they look absolutely stunning, but then you think the game's going to be just as stunning, but they're never quite as good. But it is a good game anyway.
Very good. Okay, well, now today's first guest began busking when she was just 16 years old. Two years later, she was headlining at a festival in Budapest. Since then, she's gone on to perform with Suede on tour and has just released her new single. Raissa, welcome to Bedrock.
Thanks
for joining us.
Okay.
Now, we're going to be seeing your video in just a second, which is a fantastic video. But the thing that always strikes me is so much effort and so much money must go into making these things. Who's the first person that you show it to?
Oh, the video. Actually, I think it's my next door neighbour.
Really?
Yeah, because he always like knocks on the door and tells me to turn the music down and stuff. So he sort of had a look at it and heard the song and stuff. And he went, "Oh, that's all right then."
What's his name? What's your neighbour's name?
Alan.
Alan.
Alan the builder.
There you go, Alan. You are privileged. You heard the video first.
Excellent.
That's awesome. Now, you actually shot it in the Himalayas. What made you choose to shoot it there?
Well, I just wanted something that was kind of exotic, you know, international looking and stuff. And I'm sort of partly Indian as well, so it kind of there was that connection. And it was just an exciting place to go, you know, it's much better than doing it in sort of like Kew Gardens or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get the record company to pay, go on travelling.
And have a holiday at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
How long were you out there for?
Well, we were out there for 5 days, 6 days, but we spent about most of that time travelling.
Yeah, did you have any
So
problems?
it was kind of, well, it was kind of a bit of a nightmare really, because we were supposed to like fly there and fly back, but like in India nothing works. You have to sort of like wait for days and days for anything to happen. So we had this like long drive into the mountains. We like got lost on the way to Kashmir, which is really not meant to stop at all. And so we got stopped by kind of like highwaymen, and in the middle of the night, and we were sort of like prepared to leg it. Yeah.
Dick Turpin-esque.
It was like bizarre. Well, bribery.
Really?
Bribery in India is everything.
Right.
So yeah.
Ah, remember that, remember that. A little tip to you.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to less scary things. You also went on tour with Suede. How did that come about?
Scary.
Yeah, well, this was a couple of years ago, and Brett heard one of our demo tapes, I think through our roadie, something like that.
Right.
And he called us up when we were on tour, actually, and they were playing as well, and he said, "I'll come down to the after-show party."
Yeah.
So we all sort of turned up there, and we sort of met each other and got on. He said, "Okay, well, how about doing the rest of the tour?" And we went, "Okay."
That must be really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was good.
But I mean, the Suede fans, sometimes they can be quite a serious audience. You know, how did you go down with the audience?
Well, I think we went down quite well, actually, because the music is not, I think it kind of fits quite well with Suede.
Quite moody.
Yeah, I mean, they do have real staunch fans who do come and you know, just want to hear them. But, I mean, it's quite a sort of challenge trying to sort of win them over, you know.
Then by the time, going back to your travelling, by the time you were 18, you'd been across Europe, India and America. Is there any places that you wouldn't go back to?
Vegas.
Really?
Vegas.
Why not?
I know.
But Vegas is money, baby.
Funny games.
I just get this feeling that it's all going to sort of like fall down, kind of like the next day or something.
Well, like the buildings,
it's like,
right?
it looks really good at night, and then in the daytime it just kind of sort of, your illusions are shattered.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you learnt your trade almost as a busker, didn't you? Now, when you were busking, how much money could you earn in a day? And do you reckon you would have earned more if you'd busked in LA?
Probably. Mind you, it was kind of like, in those days it was quite sort of lucrative, because
Really?
I think the most I earned was like 50 quid in an hour.
In an hour?
Which is
Quite
like,
good.
oh my
We're
God.
in the wrong game, love.
We are obviously in the wrong game.
It's so much better than pocket money, you know.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And did you learn much from doing your busking?
Yeah, I think it's a really good training, because it's like you have to sort of stop people in their tracks who really don't want to listen to you, and get money off of them as well. So it's kind of like, we had all these tricks of the trade, which is like you sort of stand right across the pavement, or like in the tube tunnel, so that people can't pass.
Yeah.
You know, and have to knock into you and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, it was quite.
So there's tactics involved.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, our flatmate Neil reckons that he knows you from Bristol. We're not so sure.
Yeah,
Do you recognise him?
Know you, but
Well,
you know.
I recognise his face.
Really?
Yeah,
But I can't
yeah.
quite remember from there.
Diplomatic answer, if you ask me.
You don't remember it at all, do you?
What? Well, I kind of. Let's talk
He's
about
just
this
hiding
later.
he's hiding at the back there going, please say
Well, he
yes.
sort of said he fancied you know,
What?
years ago, so there you go.
Oh, really?
There we go. Well, Raisa, it has been lovely to talk
Okay.
to you. Are you going to stick around for the Bedrock Famous 5?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
indeed. But before that, let's take a look at your new single, Walk Right Through. Okay, Raisa, it's the moment you've been dreading. The part of the show that causes our guests to cower with fear, because it's time for the Bedrock Famous 5. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Neil, can you do what you do best?
Dim the lights, start the clock.
Okay, let's begin.
Question 1. You can play the oboe, but what animal is represented by the oboe in Peter and the Wolf?
Oh, duck. It has to be, is it the duck?
Yes, it is indeed.
Correct.
Very
Amazing
impressive.
music knowledge gets you 1 point on the 5-ometer.
Question number 2. You studied music at Bristol University. What's the name of Bristol Uni's radio station?
God, I didn't know they had one.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. They
Harriet, you
did.
do.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Absolutely.
No ideas?
How about Radio Uni or something?
That is quite good. Neil, what was the answer?
It's Radio Burst.
It was Burst. Did you know that?
No, I think it must be a new edition.
See, you didn't know either.
that's coming.
Okay, all right, then question 3. Your video was filmed in the Himalayas. What's the name of the highest mountain in the Himalayan mountain range?
Mount Everest.
That's correct.
That's 2 on the 5-ometer.
You know your stuff.
Okay, question 4. You were a massive fan of Prince when you were a teenager, but can you name 3 tracks from his Purple Rain album?
Purple Rain.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easy one.
God, this is ages since I've listened to Prince.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
Little Red Corvette.
No,
wrong.
not on that album. No.
We're going to have to rush it.
Have 2.
Nikki.
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
One more.
Oh,
And one-
computer. Something computer.
Computer.
No.
Computer play.
Computer. That's what I meant.
3
Making this very
on the
easy.
5-ometer.
Very
Doing
well.
very well. So finally, question 5. This is a toughie. It's the difference between 3 or 4. You have a little boy called Finn. What is the name of the fin a shark has on its back?
Just in case you didn't know where the back was.
Or a fin looked like?
I haven't got a clue.
No, you must do. Any guess? Just have one.
What's that over there that we walked through?
What powers a boat?
Dorsal. Without any help.
No help at all.
out of 5 on the 5-ometer. That is fantastic. That is very good, actually. It's a very good score. Not many people get above 3 or 2, even. Thank you very much for daring to take that challenge. And indeed, thanks for coming on the show. It's been really nice to see you. Again, for me. Will you come on the show again when you're free?
Yeah.
And good luck with your single.
Okay, thanks.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Now, there's more to come in part 3 when we're going to be surfing with Kimberly Cowell from The Price is Right.
Excellent. And Ben will be showing me how to get personal with this T-shirt.
Oh.
Hottest fashion item around.
Wow.
Hey, and a young lady called Bianca will be firing Cupid's arrow in the direction of an unsuspecting target when she says, I really fancy you.
Before you leave us, Raisa, would you please take us to the break?
You're watching ITV2. They're making me read this. They can make me say anything if they want me to. And you're watching Bedrock.
I love Neil at the bottom.
Okay, hello, we're glad you're back with us because in a moment, Neil will be taking Price is Right hostess Kimberly Cowell on a virtual tour of the hottest spots on the web. Racing.
I look forward to that. Before that, and we've managed to get hold of one of the hottest fashion items around at the moment. They've just hit the shops, and let me tell you, they're being snapped up faster than things that get snapped up really fast.
That's always good.
Yes, exactly. They're called LED astray T-shirts, and I think that sort of means LED astray, LED astray. Do you get it?
Yeah. I'm
That's
with
kind of
you.
a
I'm
hit
following
thing.
you.
No, but the great thing about these T-shirts, as you can see, is they've got these really old-school digital readouts on, much like your calculators have, and they've been put in dazzling white ink. So when you go into the nightclubs, it shines up, and they come all fluorescent. So they're really, really cool, right? And the really, really cool thing is that you can put messages on them, much like the message we've put on our calculator here.
See, very
Can you see
impressive,
that?
isn't it?
It is. That says hello.
It's very good, yes. Yes, I'm impressed by that. I'm very impressed by
But
that.
the great thing, obviously, is you can go and put anything you want on the T-shirt yourself, so you can make it very personal.
Yes, you can, and I made one specially for you.
You didn't?
I did.
Oh, you star.
There you go.
What does it say?
It says, cute 24/7. Oh.
Is it me?
Yes, it is you. I made it especially for you. I'm not a lick or anything on it.
No, no. But the only problem I foresee, despite the fact that, you know, if you get caught short, you can write someone's phone number down on it, is you actually need some sort of marker pen to clear out the other
Don't
bits
you
of
always
wire.
bring a pen out with you?
No. But there's a little marketing tip to the LED stray people. Sell the T-shirt with a black marker. That'd go down well.
Kind
wouldn't it?
of taped into the seat.
Well, what do you reckon to this then?
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah?
Very good, yes.
And you'd wear one?
If it was tighter and smaller, yes. Yes,
I like
then
that
I would
thought.
wear one
I like
out.
that thought. Well, you can get dressed up and impressed in an LED T-shirt from £32 from Bump.
Yes, very good. Well, now, Neil's next door, and something tells me he's playing games again.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm a very lucky boy, because not only do I get to play on computers all day, but I get to do it with pretty ladies. So please welcome model and co-host of The Price is Right, Kimberly Cowell. Hello.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Pleasure to meet you. Mwah, mwah. Do sit down.
Thank you.
Ah, doing the kisses, that's the best bit. Now, welcome to the show. Thanks.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Well, we'll be chatting to you properly later in the show. You look amazing, I have to say. No, I don't have to.
I like this man.
Good. Right, this is the section of the show, the Bedrock Bookmarks, where we look at the virtual world on the net.
Right.
Do you use the net very much?
No.
You don't?
Completely.
Have you ever used it? Have you ever been online?
Yes, I have been online, and
Okay.
I've had a few chats online as well.
Okay, well, that'll be good, because maybe you'll pick up something here that you'll take away. Do you have an email address?
No.
Okay, so have you ever experienced virtual reality before?
Well, I've been on one of the machines, you know, that you put
Oh,
over-
really? With the glove and the...
that was fantastic.
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of what we're looking at today, because what I want to show you is the best examples of virtual worlds on the net. You see, due to advances in technology, the virtual world can now be accessed not only by mad scientists who work for NASA, but by the everyday web surfer. So what we're going to do is look at some of those today. Now, first up, this is Mars Project, and this has never been seen on telly before. This is a site devised by Clever Media, which is a company that believe we will actually have Mars almost colonized by 2058. So if you're at school at the moment, they believe that you will probably visit Mars in your lifetime. Isn't that cool?
That is amazing.
That's Ben, obviously, just jumped off screen there for a minute. It gets everywhere. Just trying to impress. It's just the new boy trying to impress. So this is actually loads of facts about what they think will actually be happening on Mars. But one of the coolest things I've got to show is the Mars Project Highway. Now, this is a transponder highway, and here is a little QuickTime VR. That's obviously the R2 unit that you have on the back of your car, I suppose.
Of course, that'd be every day.
But that's what it would look like if there was a road, if there were a road through the centre of, much like the M1, Mars 1, maybe, that would be called, with the Mars 25 just never moving around it like one of Saturn's rings. But there we go, that's a motorway on Mars. Do you think it could happen?
I do. I think we're so overcrowded here that we've got to start going into orbit or something.
Let's colonise, yeah. But if you just had no gravity, then I suppose space rage wouldn't be a problem, would it? I mean, you'd kind of be quite chilled out.
But don't you think they won't use roads? They'll all fly.
Of course. You see,
You know you
you're a
won't need
genius. We don't need to look at the internet, we just look inside your head. This is another thing, which is the Hellas Basin, which is actually a bay on Mars. That's the sun, the view from Mars.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's obviously the car that we came in. It's just parked. I'll get a ticket in a minute from a Mars parking traffic warden. But do you think that could be the new Ibiza?
No.
Okay, fair enough. No, absolutely right. But the best thing, if you've ever sat in a chat room talking, have you ever thought how bad it is when they just text, just talking on a chat room? Because we have Active World, which is a real virtual world that spices up chat rooms.
So if you get lonely, you just tune into this.
And this is a figure representing me, and I can walk around within this, and there is a person. Now over there, that is actually someone called a Plaza, and I can talk to them now. Obviously, someone's dropped something pretty bad because we're all wearing radiation shoots. But I can actually say something to Plaza if I want to. What shall I say?
Say you're friendly. You come in peace.
Okay. I come in peace. They actually are going to think I'm mad because people are just talking in a really everyday way. Now this is
but we're
my
from Mars. We've just flown in from
That's
Mars.
true. We've just come in from Mars. See, Plaza is looking at me. So he's looking nonplussed. So what I shall do is wave at him. This is me waving at him. Look, hello. And I'll do a little dance. Little dance. That's the Macarena. What else can I do? I can do a little dance. No, he's still doing the Macarena. And Plaza's just talking to someone else. But this,
he's ignoring you.
This is so addictive because you can spend hours and hours, because these people are real. So if you enjoyed chat rooms before, you know, walk around, you can, if they don't like you, they kind of make signs like that. You can jump, you can wave.
You could actually be rude to somebody and not
You
really...
could be very rude to someone, but the problem is there are rules, which is a good thing, because you can't go on there and be too rude. But that's a virtual chat room.
That's
Isn't that amazing?
It's
so
amazing.
cool. Do you think you'll be going there if you do get online at all?
I think so, definitely. I think it'd be great fun. What a way to meet people.
So you could be the person in the pink suit.
I could that, my colour. How did you know?
Well, I guessed. I'm sure it'll go well. Well, there you go. That's the bookmarks. Thank you very much for joining me.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you. I will be talking to you a bit more later in the show, obviously. But stick around, you'll be all right.
I will do,
I hope they all look
definitely.
after you very well. Now, to another world completely, the world of love, with Heather and Rachel in the sofa room.
Okay, now they say money can't buy love, but maybe a bunch of flowers and 4 special words can.
Definitely. It's the part of the show where a love-struck fool admits their feelings to the unsuspecting object of their affections. It is time for someone to say, I really fancy you.
Now, this is Bianca, and she really fancies someone, and that special person is in the girls' room with Rachel, but he has absolutely no idea why he's here. It doesn't get more nerve-wracking than this. Bianca, thanks for coming on the show.
Okay.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks. Yeah.
Good. Now, first things first, let's find a bit about you. Can you tell me what have you been up to during the summer?
Part of the summer I was in Greece and working in a club out there.
Hence the tan.
Not really, but and then I came back and I've been working in a donut shop.
In a donut shop?
Yeah, but I don't like donuts, so I'm leaving next week.
Ah, okay. And how old are you?
18.
18, okay. And what are you going to do after the summer?
I'm going to go to uni, go to Birmingham, do French and Italian.
And what do you want to do when you leave university?
Get rich, you know.
Okay, get rich quick, fine. Now, who's the lucky man that you're going to be surprising today?
That's Ben Lovell.
Ben Lovell. And
Yeah.
what's Ben Lovell like?
He's very nice.
Is he lovely, like a Lovell Ben?
He loves everyone, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully he'll love me.
How long have you known him?
About 4 years, I expect. 5 years, something like that.
Okay. And where did you meet? How did you two know each other?
Through friends and stuff. We all went to the same parties and stuff like that, you know.
Okay.
All around.
And do you think that Ben has any idea at all that you fancy him?
No, I think he thinks I really dislike him.
Really? Why is that?
Well, I'm not very nice to him. I try and play hard to get, you see.
So you treat him mean to keep him keen then?
Yeah.
Get your dress, okay? Now, do you think he's going to be shocked that it's you?
Extremely, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that he might even fancy you?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that at all, but I don't think he's going to say no to a free night out, so...
Confident and brave. Okay, so tell us, what is it that you like about Ben then? Why do you fancy him so much?
He's very good looking and he's quite shy, so I thought it'd be quite a challenge to try and get to know him a bit more.
I'm looking forward to this. Okay, well, he sounds absolutely perfect and you're obviously smitten with him, but let's go over and spy on Rachel, who's with the lucky young man in the girls' room.
Okay, if you give me them. Very good, Ben. Ben, welcome to Bedrock. It's lovely to have you here.
Okay.
Okay, well, as you know, there is a secret admirer next door who is waiting to tell you who they are.
Okay.
Okay, are you surprised?
Yeah.
Really?
Very surprised.
Yeah? And are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous.
All right.
But I'm okay.
You're okay, okay. Don't be nervous. What qualities do you usually look for in a woman?
I've got to have vision and looks.
Vision and looks.
Ambition.
Ambition. Oh, that's pretty impressive. And what would you like her to be in an ideal world?
What would I like her to be?
Yeah, what sort of career? What sort of
career?
Yeah.
I don't know. Media, film star, model.
Right, yeah. Don't ask for much. Okay, good. And how would you woo a girl that you had your eye on?
How to woo her? I'd say, how you doing, like Jerry?
How you doing? Yes, we like that a lot. And where would you take her on a date? Would you...
Candlelit picnic in the park.
Oh, yes. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Cool. And has a girl ever asked you out before?
Been asked to dance and stuff, not really. Well, yeah, I guess.
Are you a bit shy then? The girl has to come up and ask you to dance?
Nah, I used to be really shy.
Yeah.
But I'm okay now, I think.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Do you have any idea who your mystery girl
I haven't got a clue.
No idea at all?
No, I don't know anyone who would take me on a show to ask me out.
No? Okay. Well, we can't tell you who she is quite yet. It's very exciting. We do have a message from her to give you a clue. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although you think I hate you, the opposite is actually true. Since I first saw you, I've been smitten, but I've tried to hide it. The time has come for me to let you know how I feel. Ben, will you come out with me tonight? I think you should be giving me flowers, and not the other way around.
Oh, what do you think of that?
Sounds quite nice.
Yes. Do you know who it is? Do you recognise the voice? Don't tell us yet, but do you think you know who it is?
Maybe.
Maybe. Are you very excited if it is her?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, I like this. Okay, well, let's not drag this out too much longer. Come on in, Heather.
Hi, Ben. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've been pursued. Are you ready to be wooed?
Yep.
Okay, there's a stunning girl on the other side of this door with a very important question. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's get this admirer in 3, 2, 1.
Surprised?
Yeah.
I really
fancy you, would you come out with me tonight, please?
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Come on up and stand up.
Excellent.
Oh, how do you feel about that?
That's pretty good.
Yes, you're impressed?
Yeah.
And did you have any idea that it was Bianca?
The voice, kinda.
Yeah, and did you know she fancied you before that?
I thought she hated
Oh,
me.
brilliant.
Was it worth taking the risk, do you think?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about getting down on bended knee with flowers?
I'm a bit embarrassed.
Okay, well, it's going to get even more embarrassing now because I'm going to have to ask you to seal the deal because we've got a tradition here on Bedrock where you have to seal the date with a kiss.
Oh, no.
A proper kiss. Getting
Excellent.
ready.
We'll have a fantastic date, and thank you both very much for coming on the show.
Well, that looks good. It could be a Bedrock romance in the making. But now let's go over to Ben and Neil, who are up to a bit of funny business.
That's my kind of kiss.
Well, if you thought that was good, then kick yourself if you missed part 4, because Jamiroquai will be dancing around in the living room.
He certainly will, and I'm going to be getting cosy with Kimberly Cowell from The Price is Right and finding out where Bruce Forsyth gets his hair done. And after the break, he'll give you the punchline in today's email joke, which today comes from Paula Wright in Kings Lynn in Norfolk. And the first bit goes, what did the mayonnaise say when the fridge door opened?
Remember, it's all in the timing. It's ITV2, and this is Bedrock.
Oh, that is. I wonder what happened.
Honestly, I can laugh both you equally all at the same time. Hi, welcome back. In a moment, Ben will be getting cosy with the beautiful, believe me, Kimberly Cowell from The Price is Right. But first, before the break, we asked you, what did the mayonnaise say when the fridge door opened?
I don't know,
Neil, what did the mayonnaise say when the fridge door opened?
The answer is, close the door, I'm dressing. Thanks very much for emailing us that. Paula Wright from Kings Lynn.
Yes, I think it's time to go over to Ben.
Yes.
Awful joke. How can you... Ugh.
Sack them.
I do apologise for the jokes. I'm joined right now on the bed by a former model who's gone on to become Bruce Forsyth's right-hand girl, an enviable position. I'm sure you'll agree. Now, she is the hostess with the mostest. Please welcome Kimberly Cowell to the show. Kimberly, it's lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's our pleasure, believe me. Now then, you've just finished filming the 5th series of The Price is Right. What is it that you love about the show?
It's fun. It's great fun. When you're there filming, it's just the buzz, giving away all those prizes. You see people that maybe are getting married and they win their honeymoon, and oh, it's just great fun.
It's a really great feeling.
Yes, it really is.
When you did the audition, did you have to... What sort of things did you have to do?
When I had about 4 different interviews, and the second time they got me back was they said, you're not here because you're beautiful, because you were all beautiful. You're here because you have some personality. Then with a camera stuck to my face, they fired questions at me.
Really? Like what?
Oh, just what do you want to do? Why will you be good for the show? What have you got that nobody else has? And why should we pick you? It was quite grueling.
Did they say, how much is a pint of milk? And you had to guess the price?
No.
They didn't?
No.
That would have been quite a good question, though, don't you think, for the...
Yeah, but I don't have to guess the prizes.
No, but, you know, but you get an idea, and I bet when you're playing the game, you're there going, oh, I reckon that one would be worth...
All the time.
It's riveting like that.
And I'm sitting there trying to, you know, not go up or down or, you know, go higher.
Yeah,
you know, it's very tempting. It's very
tempting. Now, imagine now, this is The Price is Right, okay? And I'm trying to get people to guess how much this cushion is. Model this and give us your best hostess smile to camera for there.
Well, what can you do with a cushion? But if I have to, it's kind of a bit like that.
Crikey. I'll buy it. £2, it's mine. Thank you. That's fantastic. Tell me now, obviously you're working with the king of game shows. What is it like working with the big man, Bruce?
Oh, he's brilliant. He's so nice to work for. I mean, you learn so much from him. And secondly, he's just such a nice person. He genuinely cares about us and keeps the team together. And he's fun. He's fun.
He's really warm.
Yeah, he dances in rehearsal, he tells jokes,
He's a performer, isn't he?
He's a performer.
Old school.
Old school, loves an audience.
Absolutely.
Put an audience in front of him and he's happy.
I do have to ask, though, because it is quite mesmerising for myself. Do you ever find yourself staring at his hair?
Sometimes. Occasionally at the end of the show, we give photos to the winning contestants, and we stand round Bruce, and you sort of can't help, if you're standing above him, you know, you can't help but your eyes sort of wander.
Because we never ever get that look, so how does it look from up there?
No comment.
Ah, a little bit of an insight into the top of Bruce's head there. Do you ever get any disasters going on behind the scenes?
Well, I actually had one in front of, we were filming.
Yeah.
And we give away fabulous prizes.
Oh,
and
of course.
Of course. And one day we were giving away this huge boat, and it's brought out into the middle of this studio. And we had to get into it with a step ladder. And it's right at the end of the show. And what happens is you're meant to, if they've won or if they haven't won, you still go and crowd round Bruce. So the show's gone on, they haven't won. And he's waiting for us to all come round him. And the crew have taken away the step ladder. So we're up on this boat in, you know, shoes
really
that you would wear
high.
on a boat, you know, like kind of that high. And we couldn't get off. So I went to try and get off, and I literally fell.
No.
Yes, but in front of an audience, the whole audience goes, like
But were you okay?
Well, luckily, I fell onto Brian, the model. And I literally fell into him, and thank God he was there.
And he caught you?
He caught me.
Oh, thank heaven for that.
I know.
I've never watched you weren't on.
Oh, no, you couldn't.
No. Now, apparently, a little birdie tells me that you're big into feng shui. Now, we're here in the girls' room, which I know is a bit of a mess. I do apologise for the mess. What can the girls do to try and improve?
To try and improve, to get some good calm.
Because circles are good. These are curvies good,
Curves
isn't it?
are good, but anything
curves.
with a sharp, you know, you've got some corners here which stick out. Now that edges are no good, because they bring in bad energy. Feng Shui is all to do with curves and everything being soft.
How can we get over the bad energy?
You need to put a couple of crystals there, pointing downwards, which basically will make the energy go down as opposed to cut. You see, look, you're right on the bed.
Yeah.
Can't be doing the love life any good.
But can I say, notes to producers, we need crystals for the walls. That'd be really nice if we could. Now, also, you're into alternative medicines.
I am.
I'm still a bit of the new boy. Can you tell me briefly anything I can take to keep myself a little bit calmer?
Yes, drink chamomile tea.
Drink chamomile tea.
Drink chamomile tea.
Is that good? Does it really, really work?
Yeah, it's very calming. And lavender, you can always sniff some lavender and put it on your temples.
On your temples? Do you do it before a show? Is there a whole line of you going, pass the lavender on?
Sniff the lavender, drink the tea. Sometimes. But normally we want to be hyped up before a show, so you normally, you know, like a quick vodka or something.
Of course, needless to say. Now, Kimberly, thank you so much for coming on the show. Best of luck with the new series.
Thank
it really
you.
is
I hope you're going to watch it.
Of course we will. And will you come back and join us again at some point?
I will, definitely.
Great. Thank you very much, Kimberly Cowell. Right now, Neil and Rachel are getting ready to watch one of the best videos ever made a few years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, from the hostess with the mostess to the man with the bouncy little dance moves. It's time for This Week Then.
Wow, yes. And this week in 1996, Jamiroquai virtually went insane when they stood in at #3 with one of the best videos of the year. Here's Denise Van Eyten's Other Half. Do you like this song, Nelly? Do you like this song, Nelly?
Yeah.
Good. That's good to hear. Okay, well, let's get dancing with the lovely JK.
Such a cool film. I reckon we should try and get the walls to do this in here. Yeah. Can we do that?
Right, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, because we picked a winner from all the emails and faxes we've had for 911's signed football.
Oh, right.
We can get rid of the football. We asked you, how tall is the tallest member of 911? And Roberta Jacobs from Bath gives the correct answer. You're the winner because the tallest member of 911, wait for it, is 5'5". So well done.
Now then, the show ain't over till we've nibbled on a few of the snacks on offer on the internet and checked out what the web has to say about some of the subjects that we've covered in today's show. It's time for today's bookends. Now, at the top of the show, we're having a bit of a gossip about 911. And if you're interested in the band, then you might want to check out Adam, who's a big fan. You might want to check out his website. He's got all these great pictures. And there's quite a nice one of the lads bonding here. This one there.
What are they doing?
That one. And they look like they're having a great laugh, as only 911.
Oh, please.
Hold on. Having so much fun, we might need to call the emergency services. Oh, they're already there. There you go.
Tiny twister.
Not only that, we had a little sneaky peek at Bruce Willis's new film, which I think is going to be amazing. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. And this is what one of his big fans has to say about Bruce Willis. So you can see Bruce looking very, very suave. And he says, I just love his eyes. They are the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. They are really deep and intense, and they shimmer all the time. He has great
deep voice then,
She's got quite a deep voice.
So what do you reckon about these lips?
It's a bit mean and moody. I'm not so sure about the beard.
Yeah, I think you should transplant it up here a bit.
What's the point of having 5 o'clock shadow if you've got a beard anyway?
And as well as that, of course, we did the old the cheats, which I'm always a big fan of. And if you're interested in cheat, we've got a cheat site for you here, and it's called Cheat Elite. And it's where you can get all the best cheats and stuff. And the thing we liked about this cheat site website was the fact that they have a fantastic cheat line motto, which is, I came, I tried, I lost, I tried again, I cheated, I won.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for that, Ben, for your
Nice
bookends.
work.
They were lovely. And for getting so expertly through the bookends. Very, very good. Time's almost beaten us to the finish line, so a huge thanks to all of today's brilliant guests, the beautiful Raisa and the lovely Kimberly Cowell.
Yeah, massive thanks also go to our games expert, Harriet Messenger, and to everyone who faxed or emailed us. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Now, don't miss tomorrow. I know I won't, because we might be popping in. We're going to have Gemma Kidd on the show.
Woo! Plus, I'll be telling you all the hottest gossip from tonight's GQ Men of the Year Awards.
Well, it's got teeth, it's ITV2, and you've just been bitten by Bedrock.
Great!
I can go back to this.
I want to go back to the
cheat
first one.
That's the cheat one. That's the cheat one.